Arthur Morgan's encounter with Thomas Downs in Red Dead Redemption 2 is the most important moment in the entire story, not because of spectacle or drama, but because it quietly decides Arthur's fate long before he understands it. This isn't just the moment Arthur contracts tuberculosis. It's the point where the game forces the player to confront the true cost of Arthur's life choices, stripped of romance, ideology, or justification. Thomas Downs is introduced as almost painfully gentle. He's a farmer, a husband, a father, and a man who believes deeply in charity and forgiveness. He gives money to the poor, speaks about helping others, and refuses to see people as enemies even when they treat him poorly. In the world of Red Dead Redemption 2, that kind of goodness feels almost alien. Arthur notices it, but at first he dismisses it. Arthur is there on business. When Arthur is sent to collect Downs' debt, it's framed like countless other collection missions. Arthur intimidates, threatens, and uses violence as a tool the same way he always has. But this time something feels off. Downs is visibly sick, coughing heavily, struggling to stand. He doesn't fight back. He doesn't insult Arthur. He apologizes. That alone destabilizes the power dynamic. Arthur isn't enforcing justice. He's crushing someone who cannot resist. The beating is brief but brutal. Downs coughs blood directly into Arthur's face, and the moment passes almost unnoticed. There's no warning music, no dramatic cutscene emphasizing what's happened. That subtlety is intentional. Tuberculosis doesn't arrive like a gunshot. It arrives quietly, invisibly, and irreversibly. Arthur walks away believing he's done his job. In reality, his life has just been shortened. What makes this moment devastating is that it isn't portrayed as fate or bad luck, it's consequence. Arthur isn't punished because he's an outlaw. He's punished because of how he chooses to be one. Thomas Downs isn't a criminal mastermind or a rival gunman. He's a good man who borrowed money trying to help others and couldn't repay it. Arthur's violence against him isn't survival. It's cruelty sanctioned by routine. Downs' death later in the story deepens that guilt. Arthur learns that the man he beat didn't just die. He died slowly, leaving behind a wife and a son who are forced into poverty and humiliation. Mrs. Downs and Archie don't curse Arthur. They don't seek revenge. Their quiet suffering is far worse. Arthur sees firsthand how his actions ripple outward, harming people who never raised a hand against him. This realization fundamentally reshapes Arthur's self-perception. For the first time, he can't rationalize what he's done as necessary or deserved. Downs wasn't corrupt. He wasn't violent. He wasn't dangerous. He was kind. And Arthur destroyed him anyway. That truth haunts Arthur more than any bounty or betrayal ever could. As Arthur's illness progresses, the connection becomes unavoidable. Every cough reminds him where it came from. Tuberculosis becomes the physical manifestation of Arthur's moral decay catching up with him. The disease forces Arthur to slow down, to reflect, to confront the life he's lived without the illusion of endless time. In a cruel irony, it's the kindness of Thomas Downs that ultimately gives Arthur the chance to change. Arthur's later attempts to help Mrs. Downs aren't about redemption through forgiveness. They're about responsibility. Arthur doesn't expect absolution, and he doesn't receive it.